what's happening is I'm able to now manipulate time, but it's all tied to the pulse. I'm not speeding up and slowing down. I'm changing direction in my tempo. So what I want you guys to do and what your guys' job to do with this stuff, and I'll play more with that in a second so you can really hear how you can kind of go back and forth. But your job with this is to go home and think, how could you apply this? Can you apply this? I have no problem at all with any of my students or any of you guys saying, I don't think I can use that. And it's like, okay, but did you really flush it out? You know, I don't want to turn my back on jazz until I've really worked on jazz. And if I feel that I'm a very competent jazz drummer, which I'm not, but if I felt that way, then I have the freedom to say, oh, I can do it. It's just not for me. I can walk away from it. Once my double bass chops are at the level of Hans Grossman, so by the time I'm 97, then I can say metal drumming's for me or not for me. But this whole attitude of like, you know, oh, that's stupid. That sucks. All right, do you have it mastered? Because you better have it down before you turn your back on something. How could you possibly think that mastering time, subdivisions, odd time signatures, polyrhythms, metric modulation, how could you possibly think that would be bad for your drumming? It can only help. Yes, it's tough. Yes, you have to practice it. And I know there's cooler chops on YouTube that you're like, oh, I could do metric modulation, or I could do the hubba dubba lick. I understand it. I know how flashy and cool the hubba dubba crossover 30-second note linear chop is. But honestly, when in the history of music has there been a time where the bass player was like, God, I wish the drummer would just rip it right now. Just let loose in the middle of this verse. That doesn't happen, ever. They want you to just hold it down. They want you to master time. They want to count on you. That's what we all want. When I'm listening to a drummer, I just want to count on you. I just want to know that I don't have to worry about you. Honestly, when I go to a concert, I'm not looking around the singer to see the drummer. I probably went to the concert to see the artist. So if I'm, going to see, my favorite band, Faith No More, I want to see Mike Patton sing.